Hello everyone, and this is Haley Radiant, and from what you can tell from the title, I am finally ready to answer all of your dying questions for me. Now I first want to say thank you to everyone for the support and questions, and just overall subscribing to my channel, and I love each and every one of you who have been with me from the beginning of my Fandub career, and just YouTube career in general. You guys are just amazing, and now on with the questions, and I will be first answering the first most asked question I got from basically a lot of you, and let's get started. What or who inspired you to be on YouTube and voice acting? Actually, truth be told, and don't hate me for this, but Frozen was the main reason why I wanted to get started with fandubbing. Why? Because I've been really when it first started and with all the hype going on, I was really on top of it for like the whole summer before Frozen was out. I don't know why, but it was just so interesting with the concept and all, and then seeing the clips, I kept mimicking their voicing, and so I just had to find out how to do this, and so I decided, hey, let's record me being these characters. And so I did, and posted it first on Google+, and got a lot of negative comments, but don't worry, it helped me learn my mistakes, and later made a thing out of it. And I had heard of fandubbing before too from a YouTuber named Vidya Marie, who by now isn't active as much, which is unfortunate, but she's definitely a big inspiration on how I started fandubbing in the first place. Do you like Star Wars? Maybe. Yes! Who inspired you to be a Star Wars fan? Truth be told, again, my brother was a huge Star Wars fan before me, and I always thought Star Wars was this for boys thing and full of guy talk, and I wouldn't understand it. But after seeing Disney buying the property back then, and then Force Awakens coming out, and then finding out that my dad was the exact age I was when he first saw Star Wars A New Hope, and I knew I had to check out these films, the old films, sometime, and my god, my stupid little self was so wrong about the series. It's so much fun, and the ideas that George Lucas came up with the help of other people, is just amazing. I am obsessed with Star Wars right now. So I gotta thank my family and also Disney for buying Star Wars, and actually getting me into it and making me a huge fan of it. So I really thank my family and also Disney for helping me get started on loving Star Wars so freaking much. Have you heard of Sailor Moon? Yes, most definitely. My childhood was surrounded with Sailor Moon when I was growing up, because we had this local library, and they always had these Sailor Moon tapes and with the movies, and so I always had to get those whenever we visited the library, and I always watched them nonstop, over and over, and I loved the series. And also I checked it out when I was older on YouTube, and it's a really fun series. I really recommend it, and I haven't seen the new one, and it looks pretty good, but I'm more of an oldies type of girl. And I also have the dolls to Sailor Moon, because they sold it at this weird store a long time ago. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I had the dolls and everything. I was just a huge, really huge fan of the show. It's a really wonderful series. Please check it out if you haven't. When did you discover My Little Pony? Well, I already kind of talked about this in my MLP tag, which you can find on my channel, or the link I'll leave down in the description. But long story short, I liked MLP when I was a little kid, but once my good friend Coral Seashell, told me about it, I checked it out, and now I'm a big Pegasister for life. So thank you, Coral, for showing me this show. It's awesome still, so nothing really has changed. Do you know how to use SFM? No, sorry. I've heard of it, but sadly no, and I don't plan on doing that either. Again, very sorry, but thanks for the question. Have you ever gotten a copyright strike? Yes, twice in fact, but I'm strike-free as of late, and I have learned my lesson from both times, but thanks to copyright, it doesn't give me more opportunities to dub and be more out there with AMVs, or really not much to do, but I am trying to be more open to content IDs, which is basically acknowledging that you have copyrighted material, but it doesn't strike you automatically. But that does not mean that my Vimeo will go away. I will have my Vimeo it'll just be, sometimes a video will be on Vimeo or it'll just be on YouTube. It just depends on the copyright strike or content ID. It's still all very new to me, so just hang in there with me, okay? I'm still a newbie at being comfortable with copyright at the moment, so yeah, copyright really just sucks. Favorite actor and voice actor? Well, I kind of like to sort them out like female and male, so my favorite male actor is Johnny Depp. Sorry, Shadow, he's my favorite too. And my favorite female actress, well, it's a cross between Emma Watson, Jennifer Lawrence, and Audrey Hepburn. And my favorite voice actors are J.K. Simmons, Mark Hamill, and Tara Strong. What was your first impression on fan dubbing? Okay, so this question might be having a double meaning, so I'll answer it in both ways to make it right and just to please everyone. So my first impression on fan dubbing was, it looks pretty cool and I'd love to try it someday, and now I have, and now I love doing it. And my first actual impression of fan dubbing was from Frozen, with the same party is over as both Anna and Elsa. Sadly, the video isn't up anymore, but hey, had to start somewhere, you know. What fandoms are you in? Okay, for this, I'm just going to leave a big list here because I'd hate to ramble on about each single fandom I'm in because it's a huge list, but I probably missed a ton on the list too, so forgive me, but I can't name them all off the top of my head right now, but I love every fandom I'm in. It's amazing. Just all check it out. It's all related to that, so please check them all out. It's really great fandoms. I haven't seen the crazy part of them yet, but on the good side, I like them fairly much. What are your favorite movies? So my absolute favorite non-animated movie is Hugo, and it just has the best replay value ever, and plus, it's just an amazing movie because you don't know what you're going to get yourself into until you see it, but it's just, I never want to get enough of it. Like, I always want to watch it if I ever feel down or anything. It's just, you have to see this movie. It's really fantastic across the board. And my favorite animated movie ever is Beauty and the Beast. But seriously, it has one of my favorite characters in it. It has great songs, not to mention the musical that was made later on with the film is just fantastic. That's like my first musical I've ever seen ever. You have to see the musical. It's amazing. So yeah, gotta be Hugo and Beauty and the Beast. Favorite fandub you've ever did and why? The scene in Beauty and the Beast where the Beast almost dies, and with me as Belle. Well, there are two reasons why I like this scene. One, it's me playing one of my favorite characters of all time, and two, I just really like how my emotions were just right with the character, and also the reception for the video was really well received too. That made me really happy, and I don't really plan on redoing the scene anytime soon after seeing it again, because I just feel like it's really, really good, and it really shows how much my acting has improved since then, and also I think it's really good, and I think you guys should check it out. The full video should be in the description. If not, just check it out on my channel. Favorite snack to pass the time? I know this is probably going to sound bad, but true for words, my perfect idea for a snack, especially after school and during my recording time, is eating chips, mainly spicy, not just plain potato or just anything that spices up the chips, and a nice cold soda to help clear my throat when recording or just to relax. It's just a nice way to get filled up from a hard day and plus get my energy pumping for recording. I know it's really bad, especially because I encourage everyone to eat healthy and stuff, but it's just, I tend to have low energy especially after school, so the idea of getting like pumped up for recording and just recording when I can is very important to me. So I know it sounds bad, but chips and soda are a really great way to help me stay energized for recording and just energized in general for me. Favorite season? I really love autumn, mainly because how it's a nice mix between not very warm but not too cold either, and also I was born in an autumn month, and also I love the colors on the trees and leaves and how it looks in my neighborhood. It's really a lovely, lovely season. Favorite TV shows you're enjoying right now? Oh dear God, where do I begin with this one? Well, I wouldn't say Once Upon a Time right now since it's on break as of January and February. Also, the show kind of ended its mid-season on not a really good terms. I mean, it ended on like an interesting turn, but it's just not something that I'd get invested into because I'm really not happy with what the creators are doing for it right now, so I'm kind of like on a iffy side. But some shows that I really am getting into these days are Steven Universe, Supergirl, The Royals, Pretty Little Liars, Gravity Falls, gonna miss that show so much, and Chrisley Knows Best. Those shows are doing fantastic with me so far, and I'm really excited whenever those episodes come on. They're getting really good for me, and so you guys should check them out if you haven't. Have you seen Pitch Perfect? Yes, I think it's a really good comedy. Not my favorite, but still pretty good on its own, and it's really fun to watch it from time to time. And I like the second one too, but it's a bit goofier than the first one. But the music is still really good, and the comedy is still fun to see. So I definitely recommend it for those who love music or just some really fun girl comedy. Do you ship Becca and Chloe from Pitch Perfect? Well, I'm not against, gay people or gay couples. I mean, go for it, but, given that Chloe in the movie is a bit crazy in my eyes, and also Becca already has a boyfriend, I don't really see them more as a couple, but more as, like, a friend. So I ship them more as a friend, but sorry for those hardcore shippers out there, or the one who asked the question, I only ship them as good best friends. Who is your favorite Pitch Perfect character? Okay, can I just say that the record guy from the second movie is my favorite because he cracks me up every time I see that second movie. He's just hilarious and it never gets old to me. Well, so far. But if you want me to be more real, I guess my favorite Bart and Bella would have to be like a cross between Fat Amy and Emily because they're kind of like me put together, like my personality in a nutshell. But yeah, those are three of my favorite characters from Pitch Perfect. Do you ship Tanya and Harry from Mamma Mia? Again, so sorry for those hardcore shippers out there, but I kinda don't. I like Tanya with that one guy, that she's saying, "Does your mother know?" and stuff, and I think Harry is happily gay, so sorry, not a big shipper for that couple. Again, I just don't feel the chemistry between them.